Victoria's police chief denies he's come under political pressure to move officers from the suburbs to the city to combat weekend violence. Simon Overland acknowledges some northern and western suburbs police stations are understaffed as a consequence. And as Josie Taylor reports, residents in those areas aren't happy.
Keilor locals believe a lack of nearby police contributed to a recent armed robbery at this hotel. They're now aghast to learn the officers they do have could be seconded to the city.
Very concerned because the fact is we just don't have the numbers here anyway.
Police Chief Simon Overland says a small number of officers from northern and western suburb stations are being poached to work in the city to combat weekend violence, an issue that's been a political sore point.
I get no political pressure around operational decisions. They are mine and mine alone.
But the police chief admits more police are badly needed.
By the end of the year, I think we'll be in that position where we won't be needing to take resources out of the suburbs.
It's a source of constant frustration and some anger amongst a large number of our members.
There are days you'll get to try something different, and days you'll make a real difference.
The government today launched a $6 million advertising campaign to help deliver a promised 1,700 more officers in the next 5 years.
But unlike ordinary jobs, this one leads to an extraordinary career.
The opposition says the government's playing catch-up before the election.
We don't have enough police out there on the front line. We all know it's the case. The only one who's been in denial for a decade is John Brumby.
And on the subject of the government's bungled regional rail announcement and its failure to tell Footscray residents their homes could be compulsorily acquired, today the government's explanation for what went wrong changed for the third time. The Premier now says the announcement was moved from a breakfast to a lunch, so bureaucrats had more time to speak to residents.
I'm sorry that those people weren't contacted. They should have been. That's why we moved the event.
An apology at last. Josie Taylor, ABC News, Melbourne.